Thanks for joining us for the March Community Connection. I'm Brooke Hall, coming to you from the beautiful Springbrook Nature Center. You can head out onto the trails to see a variety of plants and wildlife. March also brings us the first day of spring on the 19th. As we're preparing for warmer weather, environmental planner Rachel Workin has information on the city's 5th annual tree sale as well as emerald ash borer treatments.
Hi, I'm Rachel Workin, the environmental planner for the city of Fridley. The best time to plant a tree was 50 years ago. The second best time is now. The city of Fridley is hosting its 5th annual tree sale. Reduced price trees ranging from $15 to $25 will be available to Fridley residents to support our urban forest. Planting new and diverse tree species is particularly important as many of Fridley's trees are dying from emerald ash borer. Help manage stormwater, reduce your energy costs, and beautify your street with a new tree. This year, we will be offering 3 species of large trees that grow between 60 and 75 feet. We will be selling the hackberry, the northern red oak, and the Kentucky coffee tree. We will also be offering 2 medium-sized species of trees, the prairie fire crabapple and the ironwood, and 1 evergreen species of tree, the Black Hills spruce. To make caring for your tree even easier, we are also selling watering bags, which are an easy-to-use irrigation system that you fill up once a week and slowly releases water around the tree's root zone. Trees will be sold March 3rd through April 6th and will be available for pickup on May 9th from 9 to 11 at Fridley City Hall. Trees are only available to Fridley residents and are limited to 2 per household. Limited quantities of each species are available, so residents are encouraged to order early. You can order your tree online at fridleymn.gov/tree sale using the Perfect Mind system or by calling 763-572-3594. Trees will arrive between 5 and 7 feet tall in a 10-gallon pot, so they can fit in most cars. Remember to always call Gopher State 1 at 811 or submit a ticket online prior to planting a tree to make sure that the roots won't interfere with any utility lines. Plant your tree today and watch it grow for years to come. In 2019, emerald ash borer was discovered in the city of Fridley. Emerald ash borer is an invasive insect pest from Asia that attacks and rapidly kills green ash trees. A large number of ash trees were planted in the city of Fridley following the 1965 tornado because they grew very quickly. In some neighborhoods, over 30% of the tree canopy is comprised of ash. Losing a third of our trees would dramatically change the look of our streets and reduce the amazing benefits that trees provide, including shade, stormwater filtering, carbon sequestration, and wildlife habitat. The city is taking a proactive approach to managing emerald ash borer. We are removing low-quality ash trees from our parks and right-of-ways and replacing them with diverse tree species. And we are treating our high-quality ash to protect them from infection. But we need the help of residents to manage emerald ash borer on private property. Emerald ash borer is very aggressive, so it's not a question of if your ash tree will be infected, but when. If you have an ash tree on your property, make plans now to cut it down before it becomes a hazard and replace it with a different species of tree. Or, if you'd like to keep your tree, call a licensed tree contractor to chemically inject your tree to prevent infection. But don't wait too long. Once a tree starts exhibiting symptoms of emerald ash borer, it may be too late for chemical protection. Not sure if you have an ash tree? Look for these characteristics to ID your tree. Ash trees have branches that grow directly across from each other. They have compound leaves made of more than 5 leaflets growing across from each other, and they have strongly furrowed bark in a diamond pattern. To learn more about identifying and preventing EAB, visit fridleymn.gov/emeraldash and check out the following interview with Rainbow Tree Care. Hi, my name is Rachel Workin, and I'm the environmental planner for the city of Fridley. Early in May, emerald ash borer, an invasive pest that attacks ash trees, was confirmed in the city of Fridley. It's estimated that over 30% of the city's shade trees are ash trees, so this pest has the potential to cause devastating impacts to our urban forest. It's important that we have a plan to protect our ash trees and preserve the benefits that our urban forest provides us. One of the things that the city is doing is chemically protecting our high-quality ash trees to protect against the ash borer. We've contracted with Rainbow Tree Care to provide this service. I'm here at Commons Park in front of an ash tree with Kyle and Danny from Rainbow Tree Care to talk a little bit more about what emerald ash borer is and the chemical injection services they provide. Can you guys give us a little bit more information on what emerald ash borer is?
So, emerald ash borer is an invasive boring insect, and what it does is it lays its eggs onto the exterior of the tree in the larval form, burrows and digs into the tree, eats back and forth at the living tissue, and as it does, it degrades that ability to transfer nutrients and water from the root into the canopy of the tree, resulting in a very, very high mortality rate for native ash trees.
Dead ash trees can be a significant safety hazard, and all ash trees are vulnerable to emerald ash borer infestations. Once your tree has been infested, it's likely going to die very quickly, so it's important to plan now as to whether you want to remove and replace your ash tree or protect it using chemical injection. Can you guys describe what the chemical injection process is?
So a technician will come out to your house and we will determine the treatability of your tree. Once that's determined, we will hook up our kit, inject the tree. The tree will take it up systemically, and the insect will actually digest it. What it does is it actually stops the digestive system from working and killing the insect. And then from there, it lasts for about 2 years, and every 2 years, that's when you treat.
When would you recommend that someone remove their ash tree versus chemically injecting the ash tree?
We recommend if the tree has about 70% of its canopy, and if the tree, so let's say if it has any sort of damages on the outside of it, so like lawn care damages or any significant canopy damages, we would actually recommend that you remove it compared to injecting it.
What are the benefits of chemical injection versus other methods of applying the chemical?
So the biggest benefit with a direct injection into the tree is it's the highest rate of success. There are other alternatives out there, including soil applications, but your highest rate for a long-term and safe and healthy tree is the direct injection into the vascular tissue. One of the big benefits of doing it that way is it reduces chemical leaching, chemical drift. Being directly injected into the tree contains it. Injections into the soil, they are effective, but you do have the certain risk of potential leaching farther away, as well as affecting other plants that are planted around the base of a tree. With the trunk injection, you don't have to worry about flowering plants at the base of the tree because the application is directly into the vascular tissue.
If a resident was interested in using Rainbow Tree Care's services, what would be the process for getting that started?
So the easiest way is going to rainbowtreecare.com/Fridley. What'll happen is a arborist will come out, do a site inspection on the tree, make sure the tree is a candidate for treatment, make sure it's healthy, it's not in decline, and they would provide a free estimate from there.
Depending on the size of your tree, it may be more cost-effective to chemically protect it against emerald ash borer as compared to cutting the tree down. In addition, you'll be able to retain all of the ecological benefits that a full-grown tree provides. If you're interested in chemically protecting your tree, visit fridleymn.gov/emeraldash for a list of licensed tree care providers. The city has contracted with Rainbow Tree Care to chemically protect high-quality ash trees along the parks and public right-of-way. As part of this contract, Rainbow Tree Care is offering bulk rate pricing to Fridley residents interested in protecting private ash trees located on their lawns.
This month also marks the beginning of census outreach efforts. Help us receive a complete count in Fridley. Community engagement specialist Alyssa Cruzel has information on the census as well as a few reminders for our residents.
Hello, my name is Alyssa Cruzel and I'm a community engagement specialist with the City of Fridley. This month, you will start to receive invitations in your mailbox from the U.S. Census Bureau encouraging you to go online to fill out the 2020 census forms. The census is a count of everyone living in the United States every 10 years. The information collected from the census is vital to ensure political representation and federal funding for the City of Fridley and the state of Minnesota. If you don't have access to the internet or a computer, Anoka County Library branches will have computers available to fill out the census forms and staff to answer any of your questions as well. You can also fill out the census forms over the phone or request a paper copy. You will also receive a paper copy in the mail in the middle of April if you haven't filled out the online forms yet. If you don't fill out the census forms, a census taker might come to your home this spring or summer for an in-person count. So please fill out your census forms right away. Watch the following video to learn more about the census and how it is important to our community.
In 2020, the U.S. Census will count every person in Minnesota. The information gathered drives important decisions about billions of dollars in federal funding, in which languages services should be provided, even how many elected representatives Minnesota has in the U.S. Congress. In fact, population changes put Minnesota at serious risk of losing a congressional seat if everyone is not counted properly. Being accurately counted by the census has a huge impact on your community and the whole state for at least a decade. Counting every person means gathering a small amount of personal information from hundreds of millions of people. Privacy is a top priority. The data used to help make those decisions has been stripped of personal information. The census doesn't identify individuals. They only put out statistics. It's true that personal information is collected, but it is rigorously protected by law. Personal census data remains secret for 72 years. And all census employees swear a lifetime oath to keep your information confidential, with very serious punishments for breaking that oath. The census, while part of the federal government, never shares information with ICE, the FBI, or other law enforcement agencies. Your census answers can never be used against you by any level of government or your landlord. And for the record, there is no question about citizenship. Even the technology used to gather and analyze census data is securely protected by following industry best practices and federal requirements. Minnesota needs an accurate count of every person. Our future depends on it. Your future will not be put at risk by providing census information. Stand up and be counted.
If you have questions or want to receive updates about the 2020 census, text COUNT to Minnesota 2020 or COUNT to 66-2020. You can also text COUNT on WhatsApp to 651-333-2144. Visit the City of Fridley website to learn more about the census. Don't miss your chance to fill out the 2020 census to show that Fridley counts.
The Police Athletic League, or PALS, is a great way to connect our officers with kids in the community and create a positive experience. Program Coordinator and Officer Patrick Faber tells us more about the program and how to sign up.
Hello, I'm Brian Workey, and I'm the Director of Public Safety with our Fridley Public Safety Department. Over the last 3 or 4 years, our police division has run the PALS program, the Fridley Police Activity League. And in this league, what we're trying to do is promote partnerships between our youth and law enforcement and the community through educational, athletic, and recreation programs designed to encourage team building and foster positive relationships between our youth and law enforcement. The purpose of PAL is really to build character, strengthen police and community relationships, educate our children about the use of alcohol and illegal drugs, while offering sports and other programs to mentor and work with our youth. It's made up of police officers here from our police division that go over and coach our different teams throughout the fall, winter, and into spring. We're very proud of this program. We have made great strides with our youth. Our youth have come back and recognized our police officers out on the streets and in our communities dealing with people. It's been a great program. We really credit the schools for partnering with us for this. And without them, we could not have done this. So the impact we've had with the youth in our community through our PAL program has been outstanding. We've had an outstanding police officer, Patrick Faber, leading this program. We're very proud of the work that he's doing, and could not be more pleased and proud of Patrick and what he's doing with the schools and the youth. So with that, as I'll leave you with a quote from Frederick Douglass. He said, "It's easier to build strong children than to repair broken men." Thank you.
Hi, I'm Officer Faber with the Fridley Police Department. I'm the PAL coordinator, the Police Activities League. It's ran at Fridley Middle School. It's about taking the youth in our community and getting them involved in after-school activities with police officers. This year it's going to be in the springtime. It's going to be about a 6 to 8 week program regarding basketball. We're going to teach our students, boys and girls, fundamentals of basketball. We're going to break them up into teams and they're going to compete against each other. With doing so, they're going to interact with police officers as their coaches and potentially their teammates, and they're going to have positive interactions with police officers, so they may have a positive interaction out in the community with them and interact better with the officers. Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Bashir Khan. Right now, I'm in 9th grade, freshman year.
Okay. And you were a PAL student at one time?
Yeah, in 7th grade and 8th grade.
Okay. What did you do in the PAL program?
We did a lot of fun things, knowing the officers, playing games, basketball, dodgeball, learning stuff about police work, how they work, and stuff like that.
What kind of interactions did you have with the police officers in the PAL program?
Knowing what they did at their job, what's positive, what's negative to do, stuff like that.
Okay. And did you have any interactions with other students inside the PAL program, and what did you learn when you were doing the activity?
Yeah, I had people I didn't know at once. You know, you gotta learn how they work, gotta know what, how we gotta work as a group and stuff.
Mm-hmm. What positive things come from the PAL program?
Many things like leadership, sport, like working as a group, stuff like that.
Okay. And what do you think of the police officers that were part of the program?
Feel good. Like they were nice. They showed like a different way of a police officer, not like what other people think of.
Okay. And do you think through the PAL program it's made you more comfortable to approach a police officer and talk to them?
Kind of, yeah.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Mohammed Khan, and I did PAL in 7th and 8th grade. Right now, I'm in 9th grade.
Okay. And was the PAL program at Fridley Middle School?
Yeah, it was in middle school, and yeah.
What did you like about the PAL program?
I like the PAL program because we got to, hang out with our friends and play basketball after school and get to know the officers.
Okay. What kind of experiences did you have in the PAL program?
The PAL program was fun. I got to know many new things, and I just got to know what the officers did at their jobs and how they protect us.
Okay. Did you like the interactions you had with the police officers?
Yes, I did.
Were they positive interactions and kind of gave you a different viewpoint of how we are as police officers and as individuals?
Yeah, I got to know them better and what kind of things they do and how actually their job is like.
Okay. Do you think the PAL program is beneficial to the students in our community?
Yes, I think it is very beneficial because, and not only it's just a fun time, you actually get to learn many things.
Okay. What type of things do you get to learn?
Just things in life we do, and like how officers and we interact with the community and help us.
Okay. And what did you learn specifically in the PAL program when it came to activities?
Just playing basketball, dodgeball, and having fun watching movies.
Okay. Did you learn teamwork and how to work as a group and be split up into teams that maybe weren't as comfortable? And
yeah, I learned how to have good sportsmanship and how to be kind and playing with people that you didn't know a lot.
Awesome. Well, thank you. So the PAL program is for 6th and 7th graders, and they sign up either through the Fridley Park and Rec Department or through Officer Mickelson, who is the school resource officer at the middle school. The PAL program is going to consist of 2 weeks of practices, and then the rest of the days are going to be competitions between each other. We'll divide them into teams. They'll compete against each other. The last week is going to be a championship game with a pizza party. How to sign up is you fill out a form, and then you get a permission slip, and once that's completed, you'll be put on the roster. There's nothing else that you need to do to sign up for the PAL program.
There will be 2 positions up for election on City Council this year, Mayor and Council Member at Large. Both of these positions are a 4-year term. If you would like to become a candidate for either of these positions, candidate filing takes place from May 19th until June 2nd. If you would like to learn more about how to file for office, visit fridleymn.gov/elections. That's all for this month's Community Connection. Be sure to subscribe to email updates and follow the City of Fridley on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Before we sign off, check out this recap of our recent Commemorating Columbia Arena event, as well as a list of future programming. I'm Brooke Hall. Thanks for watching.
We have a great event here this evening. There's lots of activities to do. I know everybody's had pizza. The movie's coming up here a little bit, but the big event stands before us right here, the unveiling. I know the man that's been absolutely giddy with excitement since I spoke to him yesterday and they started assembling it, is more than ready to do the unveiling. I'd like to turn it over to our Director of Community Development, Scott Hickok.
Thanks, Dave. Thank you all for coming tonight. We also have Councilmember Steve Eggert, Councilmember Ann Volcom here. Thank you for coming out. And all you citizens and guests, business people, friends, we're just so happy to have you here. I recognize many of you from the open house when we opened up this beautiful facility that we now are still pinching ourselves that we as staff get to work in. And I said it at that time, I want to say it again. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to work in such a beautiful facility, and thank you for letting us serve you here. This entire facility was designed in a way, one of the things that the council wanted to make absolute certain of is that you would get the best customer service you could possibly get anywhere, bar none. Any place you'd experience customer service, this is going to be the standard. And so as we were looking at the campus, it was laid out in a way that put staff all on one level, easy and convenient for you to get at. And it was also laid out in a way that welcomed you, that would allow you to come in and say, this is our house. I remember talking to Wally early on in the design process, and he said, we certainly can't be overly ostentatious, but at the same time, we want citizens to be able to come in and say, wow, this is ours. We want businesses to come in and say, this is ours. This is incredible. So this is our beautiful facility, and one of the things that we also wanted to do besides having a place to serve you is have a place to have public art, have a place to have activities that are just beyond coming in to get your permits or coming in to get your dog license, but instead an opportunity for you to come in and to see us, to visit, to use our fireside room. If 4 of you just want to get together to play cards, the fireside room is here for you. It's not exactly a full-fledged community center, but it is your living room, and you can go ahead and use it. Out beyond that, tonight you're going to see there's boot hockey and there's other activities going on. This spring you're going to see a bridge going in out there across the water. You're seeing homes being built. This was really about building a place, an activity center, a place for you to come and visit, a place for you to exercise, a place for you to love. So what about this sculpture behind me? This sculpture pays homage to the Columbia Arena. When the arena was torn down, one of the things that I noticed and our other staff members noticed is that everyone that we talked to that's from around this area either skated there, they watched an event there themselves, or they had some sort of a connection to the arena. And we wanted to make sure that though the arena, the building itself was tired, the campus that we're now on needed a place to be, and the building and the campus couldn't coexist. The building really wouldn't have helped facilitate any new and modern services, so it was torn down, but we saved a piece of it. And this is a sculpture that was made from the Columbia Arena sign. And we're entering a new era It doesn't say Columbia Arena anymore, but it does try to reflect what it is that council wanted us to do in creating a customer service experience here. Something that is unrivaled, something that is the best you've had, and something that could be represented by the word incomparable. You'll notice that the sculpture is probably, for some of you car buffs, a familiar color. It's the color of the 1968 Cadillac Eldorado. And it is also the year that the groundbreaking happened for the Columbia Arena, so we thought it was very appropriate. And just lucky enough, that color goes pretty well with the cherry woodworking here also. I do want to recognize the artists involved with this also. It was an idea. There were letters in the back of my truck, but it really took skilled craftspeople to be able to put this together. We worked with a local business, Albrook Signs, and they did a fantastic job. Their artist, Shane Boschwitz, was just great to work with. Chris Judd was my contact there, and they really listened, they understood, and they said this is one of the most unique projects that they've ever had the opportunity to work on. And it was fun to see them here. Even the theatrics of the curtain was something that they were involved with. And with all good luck, we're going to see that come down here very, very shortly. Wally Weisopo, our city manager, I noticed in the introductions, I didn't say hi to you, and thank you. So much of this, I have to say thank you for, as a staff member, being able to give, to be involved with projects like this are very memorable. They are once in a lifetime opportunities for me, and I really want to say thank you for that. This has been a very fun project and one that I hope you all enjoy. And with that, I don't want to delay any further. Let's start the countdown.
No, not yet.
Not yet. Let's start the peeling of the Velcro.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. We hope your experience tonight is incomparable. We hope your experience every time you visit this campus is incomparable. Has no rival better than anything you've ever had elsewhere. Thank you. Have a great night.